Hello and welcome to Along for the Ride. I'm your host 2JG1 Barton. And in this video, I'm flying a Focke-Wulf 190A5 1.65 ATA on the Warbirds of Prey server, Spitz vs 109 HSFX. The map is Channel-44. At the moment, I'm in the middle of the channel at about 3,000 meters from the P-47 at my 10 o'clock. I'm going to slow the video down at key points in the sortie to explain the situation, my options, the actions that I'm going to take, and why I'm going to take them. As it is, the P-47 is passed underneath my left wing, and I've come high left over the top of him to set up a perch. This would allow me to continue to maintain my altitude advantage if he were to pull up and engage me. As it is, he hasn't. He's kept his nose down, and he's extending towards a different fight. So, I'm going to promptly put my nose down and give chase. It's not long till I see what he's after, and as he pulls around to the right to re-engage, I'm going to stay high above him and mimic his turn. I could dive in on him here, but he's going into a cloud, and the amount of G-forces that I would exert in the turn would probably make me black out before I get the shot anyway. So I'm going to stay high and preserve my energy for my attack. And as you can see, I black out anyway, even though I'm playing it conservative. I stick forward to get out of the blackout and continue the chase. And I find out that I'm not just behind one enemy aircraft, but three of them. A friendly is being chased by my P-47 and two Spitfires, and I'm behind all of them. So, I've got the best position, but I need to be careful about who I attack to make sure that I don't give someone else a position to attack me. My diving P-47 is going to overtake these two Spitfires, so my Spitfires are my targets. But which one of them should I attack? As we continue our dive, we observe one Spitfire overtake the other. Now, the first Spitfire is going to continue out and attack our poor friend. However, the second one is going to break off as he doesn't have the energy to pursue. I could take the first Spitfire, but attacking him would put the second Spitfire to my 6, and as he's breaking off, he's going to be looking around a little bit more. So this is our biggest threat. This is the guy we're going to take out. As he breaks left, we're going to attack. I pull off the wing of the first Spitfire and immediately turn to the second, and he breaks away, leaving me and the P-47. As I take my shot on the 47, a 109 slips in front of me, and I hold my fire so I don't kill him. The P-47 breaks high left, and I take another shot before the BF-109 crosses back in front of my nose. But after he does, I'm alone with the P-47, and I'm allowed to finish him off. After putting the P-47 in, I immediately check 6 for the Spitfire that broke off earlier. I haven't seen him, but I'm assuming that he's still up, and I'm going to look for him. Luckily, I find a whole bunch of friendlies. Knowing that my 6 is clear, I'm going to go back on the hunt and look for enemy fighters to attack. I catch a Spitfire attacking someone, and I turn to assist. Another Focke-Wulf's already beat me to him, but I'm going to set up support for him. Sure enough, another Spitfire is going to drop in. I think the second Spitfire is going to drop in and attack the 109 in front of him, but he doesn't. Baffled, I follow him through the left turn and attack. As the Spitfire comes high right in a yo-yo, I set up for an attack. Unfortunately, my first 2 fires miss, but my third one is the charm. As I close in on the Spitfire, I have options. Either I can blow through and reset, or I can saddle up and try and take him down. Considering how many friendly aircraft I have in the area, I decide that it's okay to saddle up. Unfortunately, this doesn't work very well. Despite his damage, the Spitfire has been able to successfully reverse on me, and I run. The Spitfire gives chase, but a 109 slips in behind him, and I start to drag for him. The Spitfire sees that he is under attack and breaks hard right out of the way of the 109, and as he does, Focke-Wulf takes a shot at him. As I reverse back into the fight to make it a 3 versus 1, the Spitfire reverses on the other Focke-Wulf, getting a shot. However, the 109 pulls his wing off. Still having fuel and ammo, I decide to stay in the fight in the middle of the channel. And a few minutes later, I find a BF-109 and a Spitfire in a Luftberry down low. BF-109 is behind the Spitfire, but he's losing the fight, so I'm going to take the Spitfire out before he gets a chance to get a shot on the 109. But as I close on the fight and line up my shot, I see another Spitfire diving in on the 109. I can't get to this guy before he gets a shot, so all I can do is hope that he survives. If that 109 doesn't survive the onslaught, this is going to be a 2 versus 1, so I've got to take this Spitfire out in this one shot that I've got. And fortunately, I do, even though, unfortunately, the 109 doesn't live. As I pull up to reset and engage the second Spitfire, I check my 6 and find a third one there. Immediately, I get my nose down so I can extend. The Spitfire does get a couple of shots in, but I keep rolling to make sure that he doesn't have a steady shot, and he misses. Fortunately, a BF-109 and a Focke-Wulf 190 quickly pick him up and pull him off of my tail. I turn to re-engage. As the Spitfire dives away, the BF-109 decides to disengage, but the Focke-Wulf 190 gives chase. I also give chase to support this 190. The Focke-Wulf pilot fires from too great of a distance and alerts the Spitfire of his presence. The Spitfire brakes hard to the right. The Focke-Wulf pilot presses his attack but misses and ends up overshooting. And as the Spitfire pilot reverses underneath him, he turns his tail to me, and in his high right yo-yo, he presents a beautiful target to shoot at. As I reset for another attack, 2 BF-109s pass head-on at the Spitfire underneath me. One of them shoots and scores hits. Take another shot and score multiple hits, and as I pass the Spitfire, I watch the pilot bail out. With little fuel and ammo left, I decide to RTB, and that concludes this sortie and this episode. Again, I'm 2JG1 Barton. Thanks for coming along for the ride.